Namaste, welcome all of you. This is our 13th lecture in the series of online lectures. See, if you have seen my earlier lectures, then only it would be easy for you to understand my lectures. Especially if you have seen my lecture 12, then you will be able to understand the current lecture. Now let's start the day with the interesting thing. In my last lecture, I had asked one quiz that in my day 12, if goods are burnt in fire, an insurance claim is allowed for 30%. Okay, for the goods which are burnt in fire, the insurance claim allowed is for 30% of the cost of the goods. Then 70% cost is recorded at, and the options given were, is it debited to profit and loss account? 70% cost. Okay, I had asked about 70% cost. Okay, is it debited to the profit and loss account, debited to trading account, credited to trading account, or recorded at current assets in balance sheet? Now let's see who has given the correct answer. See, Shawnee. This time also Shawnee again. Very good, Shawnee. Shawnee has given the correct answer, that is option A, that 70% loss is recorded at the debit side of the profit and loss account. Very good, Shawnee. We are learning bookkeeping and accountancy standard 12. We are learning lesson number 1, that is introduction to partnership and partnership annual account. We have covered so much competency statements so far, and you are able to understand these many things. Currently, we are learning how to find out the financial results of the business. Okay, we have learned two methods of capital account, that is fixed capital method or fluctuating capital method. What we learned in our last lecture, that is partnership annual accounts illustration number 3, which was given on page number 29 to 31. And we learned one more illustration, that was illustration number 4, which was given on page number 32 to 34. What we are learning today? See, today onwards we are going to solve the practical problems also. But before that, we are going to learn illustration, that is illustration number 5, which is given on page number 34 to 37, as well as practical problem number 1, that is given on page number 54 to 55. See, why we should go step by step towards solving the practical problems? See, in practical problems, different new adjustments are added, right? So if you go step by step and complete all the illustration, then only it would be easy for you to understand the practical problem. See, what book expects that when you solve the practical problems, then you have already gone through the illustrations, because different types of adjustment, new adjustments, hidden adjustments, internal adjustments, or external adjustments are shown in the illustrations. So it is expected that you should go through all the illustrations, and then only you should go to the practical problem. So far we have completed 4 illustrations in our last lecture. Today we are covering illustration number 5, and after that we will go to practical problem number 1. Okay. See, these are the important adjustments which I had told you, and always I show these adjustments to you because this must be remembered forever. Okay, this must be remembered permanently while solving any kind of problem of financial accounting. Now let's start with illustration number 5. See, these are the usual steps that you should prepare the mass. You should place the mass against trial items. Then you should prepare the required accounts, that is trading account, profit and loss account, partners capital account if it is required, and balance sheet. Then you should tally trading account, calculate the gross profit or gross loss. Then you should transfer it to profit and loss account. Then partners capital account if required, and balance sheet, and they should tally the balance sheet. These are the usual processes, step by step process to solve the financial account. Now, today we are going to solve illustration number 5. Okay. Now, let's do the illustration first. Mrs. Sudarshan Traders is a partnership firm in which Rama and Krishna. See, Rama and Krishna are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:1 or 3:2 was given in the book. Please rub it out, strike it out and write 1:1 instead of 3:1. Why? Because this is the illustration. This is the problem which has been solved in the book. Okay, and when they have solved, they have shared the profit in the ratio of 1:1. So we assume that they might have printed print mistake over here, right? Okay, so rub it out and write 1:1. Okay, from the following trial balance, prepare accounts for the year 2018-19. Okay, now I am not going to make the column over here for posting. Okay, because I have already taught for last 4 illustrations. I will just tell you. Opening stock. Where comes the opening stock? Trading account, debit side. Then capital account. See here, capital account and current account, both the accounts are given. It means here they are following the fixed capital account method. Right? See, because this current account is given, that it means they expect all the transactions should be regarding the whatever transactions are done with the capital, interest, salaries are done in the current account. Okay, so current account is separately made. It means they are maintaining the partners capital account as per the fixed capital method. Okay, so this would be this capital will go to the balance sheet liability side. Okay, it will remain fixed, and the another partners current account would be prepared. Then purchases trading account debit side, sales trading account credit side, sundry debtors assets, sundry creditors liability, bills receivable assets, bills payable liability, commission. See, this commission is given on the debit side. So this is commission paid. So this is profit and loss account debit side, wages trading account debit side, salaries profit and loss account debit side, furniture assets, plant and machinery asset, reserve for doubtful debts given on the credit side. It should be deducted from profit and loss account debit side as per the formula from bad debts. Then investments assets, loans and advances given. Okay, means again asset. Then insurance. See, insurance is paid. Okay, so it is expenses profit and loss account debit side, bad debts profit and loss account debit side. Then 12% government bonds purchased on 1st January 2019. See here, the interest received from the government bonds is not given, so this is a hidden adjustment. Okay, this is an hidden adjustment. Okay, now we have to make, when there are hidden adjustments, then we have to make 2 dots over here, right? Why 2 dots? One for interest which you received against this investment, and in trading account credit side, and one in asset, right? So 2 dots over here. Now let's move to the adjustments. Stock on hand on 31st March 2019 was valued at rupees 38,000, means closing stock. So closing stock is recorded at trading account credit side and in assets. Ram is allowed a salary of rupees 6,000 and Krishna is allowed commission at 3% on net sales. See, 2 different transactions are over there. Ram, a salary is given to Ram of rupees 6,000. So that salary would be debited to profit and loss account. Okay, and the same amount would be credited to partner's current account. Okay, partner's current account, the salary amount would be credited. Then Krishna is allowed commission at 3% of the net sales. Okay, so don't ever do the hurry of calculating this percentage on whatever sales value is given. Okay, first look after all the adjustments and then calculate the net sales. Okay, because this commission is given on net sales. Okay, so Krishna is allowed commission at 3% on net sales. Similarly, this commission is an expense. It will be debited to profit and loss account. Okay, profit and loss account debit side, and same commission would be credited to his current account, partner's current account. So there would be no any marking for first and two adjustment in the trial balance. Third, interest on partner's capital is to be provided at 5% per annum. Okay, see, same as this, interest is given to the partner. So partner, it is an expense for the partnership firm. So profit and loss account debit side, and the same interest would be credited to the partner's current account. Okay. Again, they no any marking in the trial balance. Then provide depreciation on plant and machinery at 5%. See, then expense profit and loss account debit side, and you have to deduct that much of depreciation value from the asset, respective asset. Okay, so minus asset. So we have to make two markings, one for showing in the profit and loss account debit side and one for deducting from the plant and machinery at the asset side. Against plant and machinery, where is plant and machinery? Okay, make two marks over here against plant and machinery. Okay, then rupees 3000 from our customer is not recoverable. What does this mean? See, this is given in the adjustment, means it is a new bad debts, right? This is new bad debts, and where the new bad debts are recorded, the new bad debts are recorded into the profit and loss account debit side as per the formula. Okay, to whom it is recorded? To the bad debts. So make one mark against bad debts. Yes, this is the mark against bad debts for adding new bad debts, right? And those much of rupees 3000 are deducted from the sundry debtors, because that amount is not recoverable. Okay, so deduct that much amount from asset side, from the sundry debtors. So make one mark against here, against sundry debtors. Okay, then prepaid insurance is rupees 500. Okay, prepaid means what? Paid in advance. Okay, so which was not due for this year. Okay, so if the prepaid insurance is there, then you have to deduct that much of amount which was not due for this year from the profit and loss account debit side, from insurance which you have paid. So make one mark, and that much of amount you have to record as an asset for the time being. Okay, so there would be two recording for this. So make two mark against insurance. Okay, now one more thing I want to tell you. See, this commission, here commission is given, and here it is written in the adjustment number 2. Ram is allowed a salary of rupees 6000 and Krishna is allowed commission at 3%. See, Ram and Krishna are the partners. So this commission which is given at 3% on net sales, which is the commission given for his job. Okay, he might have worked as salesman or marketing person. Okay, so this extra commission is given to the partner, but this commission is not given to the partner. This commission may have given to the salesperson, marketing person, or any employee. Okay, so this commission is different and this commission is different. Now let's start with making trading account, profit and loss account, partners capital account, and balance sheet. Okay, now let's start. See, opening stock is recorded over here, right? Opening stock rupees 36,000. Then purchases were given rupees 1 lakh, right? We have covered opening stock. Then purchases. Then wages are given rupees 1760. Then on the credit side of the trading account, sales rupees 2 lakh 8,000 and closing stock rupees 38,000. It was very simple, no any adjustment, no any addition, deduction in the trading account, right? So the total of this trading account was rupees 2,46,000 and the gross profit carried down was rupees 1,08,240. So we have to bring down the gross profit to credit side of profit and loss account. Okay, now next start. Commission which is given to some salesperson, right, which is rupees 2,800. Salaries were rupees 3,000. Then insurance paid was rupees 2,500 given. Out of that the prepaid insurance was rupees 2,500. So we have to deduct the prepaid insurance as per the adjustment number 6. So the insurance for this year is rupees only 2,000. Okay, so we have to remember that we have to do the second adjustment in the asset side of this 500 rupees. Okay, then Ram's salary as per adjustment number 2, the salary is given rupees 6,000 to Ram. Commission is given to Krishna at 3%. Very easy because there are no adjustments. So 2,08,000 into 3% is rupees 6,240. Okay, simple calculation. Commission is given to Krishna. Okay, but these two amounts, Ram salary and commission to Krishna, are carried to the partner's capital account or current account. Okay, then see here current account balance is given, so we will carry these two amounts to the partner's current account credit side. Then depreciation on plant. See, the value of the plant was rupees 63,000. Okay, so depreciation at 5% on 63,000 is 3,150. How? See, 63,000 into 10% is 6,300. But here 5% depreciation has been asked. So 6,300 divided by 2, it is equal to 5%. So it is 3,150. This much amount we have to deduct from plant and machinery at the asset side of the balance sheet. Then old bad debts given were 500 in the trial balance, right? Then next new RDD which is given means new bad debts 3,000 which is not recoverable, we have to add. Okay, so and the RDD given, old RDD given on the credit side of the trial balance, that was rupees 1,000, we have to deduct. Okay, so the total bad debts for this year are 2,000 rupees 2,500. Okay, then we have to do one more adjustment of this also. Okay, we have to do the adjustment of this value also. Next, interest on capital, right? See, as per adjustment number 3, interest at 5% was given to the partners. Capital of Ram is rupees 1,60,000. So at 5%, interest given to Ram is rupees 8,000, and the capital of Krishna is rupees 80,000. So the interest given to Krishna is rupees 4,000 at the rate of 5%. So this value we have to take to the partners. This is the interest given, partners current account. Partners current account. Credit side. Okay, commission and salary are also taken to the partners current account credit side. Then what? See, hidden adjustment, 12% government bonds purchased on 1st January 2019 of rupees 15,000. 12%. So 15,000 into 12%. See, we have to calculate 15,000 into 12%. The value is rupees 1,800, right? But these bonds are purchased on 1st January 2019. So it means in this year only. So this year we have 3 months ago we have purchased the bonds. So we can get the interest for 3 months only. So 15,000. How to calculate the interest for 3 months? For that we have to look at the date on which the bonds were purchased. 15,000. The rate of interest on the bonds is rupees 12%. 12%. Sorry. The rate of interest of bonds is rupees 12%. and when the bonds has been purchased? Just 3 months ago. So this rate is for 12 months, but we can get the interest only on 3 months because we have purchased just 3 months ago. So if you calculate this, what we can get, it is 15,000 into 3 divided by 12. See, very easy. How easy it is? 150 into 3, it is equal to 450. Isn't it? So simple. So 450 is the interest for 3 months. Okay. Up to the preparation of the trial balance, they hadn't received this interest. So the interest was accrued. Okay. They were receivable. So we can credit it to the profit and loss account credit side by interest on government bonds receivable rupees 450. Okay. So the total of the, we can see that the amounts in the credit side are bigger, larger. So the total of this is rupees 1,08,690. Okay. So we can write the same total over here, and we have to calculate, we have to add this much of amounts. Okay. And deduct these amounts to come to the net profit, and the net profit is rupees 71,000. Okay. See, it is shown in the book that it is given to them in the same amount, same ratio. Okay, same ratio means 1:1. Okay, they have distributed the profit to the partners in the ratio of 1:1. Okay, now let's see. Let's move ahead. Then balance sheet. Ram's capital was rupees 1,60,000. Krishna's capital was rupees 80,000. Okay, then sundry debtors. Given sundry debtors were 1,73,500. Then we have to deduct these new bad debts which we had circled, right? Rupees 3,000. So the total sundry debtors are rupees 1,70,500. Bills receivable as given in the trial balance 47,000. Plant and machinery original value less depreciation at 5%. It is 59,850. See, this value we had circled in profit and loss account. Similarly, this, because we hadn't recorded the second effect, so we have to record this second effect and we have to deduct it from the sundry debtors respective. Furniture, no any depreciation. Investment, same. Land, loans and advances given. Closing stock 38,000, right? Second adjustment. Then prepaid insurance. Why? Because the insurance was paid. This was the prepaid amount of the prepaid insurance. So we have to just record it over here because we had deducted that much of value from the insurance in the profit and loss account debit side. 12% government bonds original value 15,000 plus interest, that is 450 rupees, which we just calculated. Okay. So the total of this side is 4,02,040. See, Ram and Krishna, these are the amounts of their current account. How? The original current account values plus whatever commission, salary and net profit. Okay, but these three things are added to their current accounts, and the closing balance of those current accounts is shown over here. As this illustration, as per this partnership firm is following fixed capital account. So the capital value they brought in will remain fixed over here, and whatever the transactions during the year are done in the partner's current account. Okay, so salary, commission and net profit are added to their current account, and it is shown over here under current account. Okay, of Ram and Krishna. Creditors as it is, bills payable as it is. So the total of this would be 4,02,040. Let's see how it is done in partner's current account. See, here you would have noted that Ram had credit balance of current account rupees 8,000, whereas Krishna had current account balance debit balance. What does this mean? Krishna has debit balance of current account. See, it means last year he must have overdrawn, right? He must have overdrawn, so he would have the debit balance, and that has carried over here as opening debit balance, right? opening debit balance of his current account. Next, see, this is the salary given rupees 6,000 as per the adjustment. Then commission was calculated at 3% on net sales, which was given to Krishna. Okay, salary was given to Ram and commission was given to Krishna. Then profit in the ratio, see, by partners and profit and loss, interest at 5%. Okay, capital of Ram was 1,60,000, so 5% is 8,000. Capital of Krishna was 80,000, so his interest is rupees 4,000. Okay, and the profits carried here is 35,500 and 35,500 equally. Okay, so the total of this is, see, they had done printing mistake over here again also. So repair over here 35,500. So the total is 45,740 and for Ram is 57,500. So here only Krishna had debit balance, right, of current account. So deduct this value from this value 45,740. Okay, and so we will get the closing balance this. Ram hadn't done any drawing. Okay, so the same value will be the closing balance. Okay, so this we will go to the next year opening balance. Okay, so this balance we have to carry to the partners. This balance we have to show in the balance sheet liability side. Sorry. See, these are the working notes. And total capital is shown as rupees 2,40,000 in the partners under partners capital account in the balance sheet liability side. See, this is the calculation shown here. They have done one mistake. This should not be there. Okay, rub it out. Okay, 15,000 into 12% is 1,800. Okay, and 1,800 into 3 months. The simplest, remember the simplest calculation as I showed you. 15,000 was the amount of the bonds, right? Again, I am showing you. 15,000 is the amount of the bonds. Okay, and what is the rate of the interest on the bonds? It is 12%, right? 12% means 12 upon 100. And the bonds are purchased just 3 months ago. So we can get the interest of 3 months only. Okay, so 3 months out of 12 months. Why 12 months? Because interest is given on 12 months per annum, right? Per annum means on 12 months basis. So this would be the simple calculation. Okay, cut the common things, right? Okay, and very simple. 150 into 3 is rupees 450. Okay, it was very simple over here because this 12 and 12 was common. Okay, otherwise also it is very easy to calculate. So 450 is in simple way you can calculate like this. Now let's move to our practical problem number 1. See, this is our practical problem number 1. Let's read with me. Amit Bhai and Narendra Bhai, okay, are in partnership sharing profits and losses equally. Okay, no problem, very easy. From the following trial balance and adjustments given below, you are required to prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that date. Okay, now I have already done marking for you. Okay, so just copy it or say with me. Plant and machinery, asset. Factory building, asset. Sundry debtors, asset. Purchases, trading account debit side. Bad debts, profit and loss account debit side. Sales return, deduct from sales minus sales. 10% government bonds purchased on 1st October 2018. See, a little variation in the problem which we just saw. That's why I told you that we cannot move directly to the practical problems unless and until we have solved the illustration. See, this is the good example. In our earlier example, we solved the illustration and we got this kind of adjustment. So it is easy for you to solve this. Okay, same adjustment. 10% government bonds purchased on 1st October 2018. So hidden adjustment. Okay, this is a hidden adjustment. Make a mark against it immediately. Import duty. What is meant by import duty? That is a duty paid for importing or bringing the goods in factory for manufacturing. Okay, this is import duty. So obviously, which is paid before bringing or while bringing the goods in the factory. So it is a trading. It will go to the trading account debit side. Okay. Then legal charges, profit and loss account debit side. Motive power, trading account debit side. What is this motive power? See, we have in our home, we have television, air conditioner, fridge, etc. Fan, table fan. See, but do we have the same connection, same plug for air conditioner, washing machine? No. We put some another wiring, some another kind of instruments or electric point for putting the high power voltage instruments, right? See, similarly, in the factory, some different instruments or special high capacity power charges are there, right? Electricity charges are paid. For what? The charges incurred in factory or manufacturing unit for using steamer, boiler, oven, furnace, right? These and many other instruments are used in electrical instruments are used in factory. So for these instruments, a special electricity cabling, wiring, or charges must have been paid, right? So these charges which have been paid in the factory, why? Because these different instruments are used in the factory. So these motive charges will go to motive power charges means electrical charges which are used for motors, right? Different motors which are used in factory. Okay, so this will go to the trading account debit side. Then warehouse rent. See, this is a jumbling thing for you. Warehouse rent. What you will think? Warehouse rent should be taken to the trading account or profit and loss account. Now see, what is kept in the warehouse? The goods are kept in the warehouse. But are those goods directly manufactured here? See, is the rent expenses directly used for manufacturing? No. So this warehouse rent will go to the profit and loss account debit side. See, what we take to the trading account debit side? Only the direct expenses, right? Only the direct expenses. What is meant by direct expenses? The expenses which are incurred for manufacturing or production of the goods, right, are called as direct expenses, which are used for production of the final good. Okay, those are called as the direct expenses. Apart from that, all the expenses are called as indirect expenses, right? Indirect expenses which we take to the profit and loss account debit side, right? Indirect expenses which we take to the profit and loss account debit side. Always remember this. So this warehouse rent will come to the profit and loss account debit side, but motive power will come to the trading account debit side. Why? Because it is used, this power means electricity charges which are paid for motors, and motors are used in manufacturing production. Okay, factory. So those are the direct expenses. Remember this. Then cash in hand asset, cash at bank asset. Then advertisement for 2 years with effective from 1st January 2019. See, again this is a hidden adjustment. Look at this properly. Advertisement expenses has been paid. How much of rupees? Rupees 10,000. Okay. For 2 years. For 2 years, rupees 10,000 has been paid. But this advertisement, they have done this bond with the advertisement from 1st January 2019. Means recently. Recently, they have done the contact with this advertisement agency. Remember, recently, just 3 months ago, okay, they have done the contact with this advertisement agency. Means they are using the benefit of this advertisement expenses from last 3 months only. Okay, so the advertisement expenses out for 3 months, out of these expenses, only 3 months expenses are due for this year. All the remaining expenses are not due for this year, so those will be the current asset for the time being. Okay, that will go to the asset, and that amount will be deducted from this advertisement expenses. Then salary, profit and loss account debit side, rent, profit and loss account debit side. Drawings are there done by Amit Bhai and Narendra Bhai. Okay, see, separate current account, partners current account is not given over here. Okay, so they are expecting that it is partners capital. They are maintaining partners capital by fluctuating capital method only. Okay, they are maintaining fluctuating capital method. Okay, so we can add this to the this drawing to the drawing. So we can deduct this drawing to their drawing from partners capital in the liability side of the balance sheet. Okay, from the liability side of the balance sheet drawing. So deduct that much of amount of drawings from partners capital at the liability side. Same. Furniture asset, bills receivable asset, freehold property asset. Then capital account Amit Bhai, Narendra Bhai, partners capital account at the liability side. Okay, fluctuating capital method. Sales, trading account credit side, bills payable, liability, discount. See, it is given on the credit side, it means discount received, that is discount, right? So this is profit and loss account, credit side. Discount received, profit and loss account, credit side. Creditors, liability, reserve for doubtful debts, it will go to the profit and loss account, debit side as per the formula. Okay, so make one mark over here. Then bank loan, liability, purchases return, that much amount will be deducted from the purchases. Okay, so these are the posting, marking. Now let's move to the adjustments. Stock on hand on 31st March was rupees so and so, rupees 43,000. So it is the closing stock. It will be recorded to the trading account credit side and to the asset. Two adjustments. No any marking in trial balance. Next, uninsured goods worth rupees 8,000 were stolen. Okay, uninsured. So we will not even we hadn't insured the goods, we cannot ask for any claim from the insurance company. So whatever we lost by theft, it is entire loss, right? It is an entire loss. So this will be shown to the trading account credit side and profit and loss account debit side. Why? What is the rule for this? Why we say like this? See, whatever or whichever way the goods are gone out, right? The goods of rupees 8,000 are gone out. Remember the rule. By whichever way the goods are gone out, okay, or whatever has been happened with the goods, it must be recorded at the trading account credit side. Okay, whatever has happened with the goods must be recorded at the trading account credit side. Okay, and whenever there is a loss on account of the goods, okay, loss by whatever reason, like theft or stolen, loss in fire, loss in floods, spoilage, damage, any kind of loss. Okay, so in any way, whatever be the way of the loss, there are two types of losses actually. Whenever we lost the goods, actually there are two types of losses occurred. See, listen properly. First loss is loss in stock. Okay, first loss is loss in stock. Loss in stock. Okay, first is loss in stock. What does this mean? What is meant by loss in stock? See, that is the materialistic loss. Loss in stock means materialistic loss. That is materialistic loss, that much of amount of goods we have to record to the trading account credit side. Okay, material has gone, goods has been gone. And the second loss is the loss in terms of money. Okay, second is loss in terms of money. So monetary value we have also lost. See, if you would have sold those goods, that much of amount of good, then you would have received the money, right? Received some money. So if you have lost the stock, it means there is monetary loss also due to the loss of the goods. Okay, so that monetary loss should be recorded to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, what is the rule? Debit profit and loss account with debit all expenses and losses. So it is a loss. So that is a monetary loss. So monetary loss we have to record to the profit and loss account debit side, right? And materialistic loss, that is loss in stock, we have to credit to the trading account, right? Materialistic loss. So there will be two recordings for this. Uninsured goods with worth rupees 8,000 were stolen. Trading account credit side, because whatever happens with the goods and the goods goes out should be recorded to the trading account credit side. That's why you must have remember. See the drawings. What happens with the drawings? The partners takes out some goods. Okay, that is called as drawing only. So they takes out the goods. So goods are gone out. So those are recorded at the trading account credit side. Okay, loss by fire, loss by theft, stolen, spoilage, damage, loss in flood, etc. Those are recorded to the trading account credit side. Okay, and the monetary loss is recorded to the profit and loss account debit side. But here the goods were not insured, so we had the entire monetary loss. Okay, so there is, see, if the goods would have insured, like we saw in earlier in our example in I think example illustration number 3. Okay, so they got 6,000 rupees, right? So 6 against insurance claim. So 6,000 was asset, but here as the goods were not insured, they didn't receive a single penny. So this is an entire loss because the goods were not insured. Okay, so it will go to the profit and loss account debit side. Then again, no any marking over here. Create reserve for doubtful debts at 2% on sundry debtors. Okay, reserve for doubtful debts. So where we have to record to the profit and loss account debit side in formula against bad debts. Where are the bad debts? See, 2 marks, 1 mark, right? 1 mark over here. Then we have to deduct that much of amount from sundry debtors at the asset side. So 1 mark against sundry debtors over here. Then next, Mr. Patil, our customer, became insolvent and could not pay his debt of rupees 500. Again, same. Mr. Patil is a new person, right? Who is not going to pay us. So it is a new bad debts. New bad debts because those are arrived against adjustments, right? We came to know it later on. After preparation of the trial balance, we came to know that Mr. Patil also has become insolvent and he will also not pay his debt. Okay, so additional debt. So new bad debts should be recorded to the bad debts. Okay, added to the bad debts, and that much of amount should be deducted from the sundry debtors on the asset side. Okay, so 2 mark, 1 mark against bad debts, 1 mark against sundry debtors. Outstanding expenses, rent rupees 800 and salaries rupees 300. Outstanding expenses, 2 recordings, profit and loss account debit side, where are rent and salaries. Rent 1, 2 marking and salaries 2 marking. Why 2 marking? 1 marking for we have to deduct, see, outstanding, no? So we have to add, right? We have to add that much of amount to the respective accounts, that is of rent and salaries, and we have not yet paid, so outstanding, so that much amount we have to record to the liability side, right? Then depreciate factory building by rupees 2,500. See, percentage calculation is not given over here, so it is very easy. Okay, good, it comes in exam also like this, if directly amount of depreciation is given to you. Depreciate factory building by rupees 2,500. So what make 2 marks against factory building, and furniture by rupees 1,800. So 2 marks again furniture also, right? 1 mark for calculation of the depreciation, and that much of amount you have to record to the profit and loss account debit side, and that much of amount you have to deduct from the assets. Okay, so these many markings are there. Okay, now let's start to solve it. For that you have to make a pro forma like this. In the books of Amit Bhai and Narendra Bhai, trading and profit and loss account, make the columns, make the ruling, make the format like this, leave the appropriate lines, okay, and make the balance sheet also. Here They are not maintaining fixed capital method, so they are maintaining capital fluctuating capital method. So their capitals will be recorded over here only. Okay. Let's start solving the problem. Okay. It is the problem practical problem number 1. In the books of Amit Bhai and Narendra Bhai, trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019. Okay, we have already marked for the posting, the trial balance, and as well as for the adjustments. Okay, let's start. Plant and machinery asset 2,80,000. Fixed asset, plant and machinery 2,80,000. Okay, next there is no any adjustment against plant and machinery. Then factory building, of the value 75,000. There is an adjustment 75,000. Then sundry debtors. Okay, sundry debtors will come to the current assets. Sundry debtors. Okay, sundry debtors, there are two adjustments, so we will leave 4 lines. Sundry debtors 28,700. 28,700. Then next purchases 85,500. Purchases, trading account debit side 85,500 because there is one adjustment. Okay, then bad debts, profit and loss account debit side 500. Bad debts, always adjustments 500. Then sales return, we have to deduct that value from sales, rupees 2,200 less returns rupees 2,200. 2,200. Then 10% government bonds asset rupees 40,000. 10% government bond, it is an investment. 10% government bonds, investment of rupees 40,000. There is an adjustment, hidden adjustment, right? It is purchased on 1st October 2018. So we will write one working note for that. Okay, working note number 1. Working note number 1. Calculation of what it is, 10% investment. So calculation of interest, right? 10% government bond, calculation of interest on government bond. See, government bonds are purchased on 1st October 2018 of rupees 40,000. Okay, so 1st October 2000, it is purchased on 1st October 2018. Means how many months has been passed after purchasing of the government bonds? See, from October to 1st October 2018 to what is the closing date of this financial account? 31st March 2019. How many months are there? 6 months are there. Okay. And what is the rate of interest? 10%. So, interest accrued or interest receivable. Okay. Interest receivable is rupees. How to calculate? 10. See, 40,000 into 10 upon 100, right? 40,000 into 10 upon 100 is the interest for 1 hour, 1 year. Into how many months are there? 6 months. We have 6 months has been passed after purchasing of the government, after taking on the government bonds. So 40,000 into 10% is 4,000, right? 4,000 into 6 by 12 means divided by 1 by 2. That is 40,000 into 1 by 2. That is 40,000 divided by 2. It is rupees 2,000, right? So it is rupees 2,000. Okay, rupees, you can write like this, rupees 2,000. Okay, so interest on government bonds for 6 months is rupees 2,000. So for internal adjustment, solve it immediately. 10% government bond, add interest accrued or receivable. Okay, interest receivable rupees 2,000. Okay, so our government bonds, that is an asset of rupees 40,000, and interest is due on those government bonds, that is rupees 2,000. So total we have to receive 42,000, right? 42,000 will come in the outer column. 42,000. Okay, see, this interest receivable is an accrued income. Okay, so it will come to the profit and loss account credit side. That is by interest receivable or accrued on government bonds. Okay, the second entry will come over here, that is of rupees 2,000. Okay, so we have completed this hidden adjustment. Then import duty, trading account debit side 1,800. Import duty, no any adjustment, 1,800. Then legal charges, profit and loss account debit side 2,000. Legal charges rupees 2,000. Then motive power, I told you why it comes to the trading account debit side. Motive power rupees 12,000. Motive power rupees 12,000. See, here we can write in bracket for, that is working note number 1. Okay, working note number 1 we can write here. How we calculated this? Again we can write over here also. Working note number 1. Okay, for the calculation of rupees 2,000. Next, move ahead. Where we have completed motive power. Okay, warehouse rent rupees 1,800. Warehouse rent rupees 1,800. Next, cash in hand asset 20,000, cash at bank asset 70,000. Current asset, right? Cash in hand rupees 20,000 and cash at bank rupees 70,000. Then advertisement for 2 years with effect from 1st January 2019. See, here again it is a hidden adjustment. See, advertisement, I have explained you already that we have the contract with the advertisement agency from 1st January 2019. Means we are taking the benefit of this contract of this advertise for last 3 months only. So how to calculate how much of amount from this 10,000 is to be recorded this year, right? See, working note number, for that we will write working note number 2. Calculation of prepaid advertisement expenses, right? Because 40, how much of rupees? 10,000 has been paid for 2 years, right? It is a contract of 2 years, okay? So, how to calculate the prepaid advertisement expenses? Let's start. Advertisement expenses 10,000 are paid for 2 years, okay? So, advertisement expenses paid for 2 years is equal to rupees 10,000, right? Then it means advertisement expenses for 1 year is equal to rupees 10,000, right? If for 1 year the advertisement expenses are rupees 10,000, then for 3 months, 6 months, we are using it from 1st January 2019, right? So for 2 years it is 10,000. So for 1 year it is, for 2 years it is 10,000. For 1 year is equal to, it is rupees 5,000. Okay, for 1 year it is rupees 5,000. Then we are using the, taking the benefit of these advertisement expenses from last 3 months only. So 5,000 is for 1 year. Then for 3 months, the advertisement expenses incurred are is equal to rupees 5,000 into 3 upon 12. Okay. So how to calculate 5,000 into 3 upon 12? See, 3 upon 12 means 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4. So how can we simply do that? 5,000 into 1 by 4. It means 5,000 divided by 4. Okay. So 5,000 divided by 4 is equal to rupees. See, 5,000 divided by 2, it is simple, 2,500. Divided by 2 is equal to 1,250. Rupees 1,250. Okay. Okay. See, advertisement expenses for 3 months are rupees 1,250. Then how much of rupees are prepaid? So prepaid advertisement expenses are, prepaid advertisement expenses is equal to 5,000 of 1 year. Sorry, 10,000, each total expenses which has been paid is 10,000 minus 1,250. Okay, so simple. So what is 10,000 minus 1,250? It is rupees 8,750. Okay, 8,750. These are the prepaid advertisement expenses. Okay, how I calculated? Was it difficult at all? I don't think so. I will explain you once again. See, advertisement, what it is given, advertisement expense, advertisement for 2 years with effective from 1st January 2019, the expenses are 10,000 rupees. See, for the very first what we should do, see, the advertisement expenses paid for 2 years are rupees 10,000, means for 1 year is equal to rupees 5,000. If 5,000 rupees are paid for 1 year, then for 3 months is equal to 5,000 into 3 by 12. That is rupees 1,250. So rupees 1,250 are due or are should be incurred for 1 year. But how much of expenses we have incurred? 10,000. Means some expenses we have incurred in advance, right? Some expenses we have incurred in advance means prepaid expenses. So how to calculate the prepaid expenses? The expenses which we incurred, that is 10,000, minus the expenses which were due for this period. Here only 3 months, right? So total expenses incurred minus which were due for this period. So we'll get the prepaid expenses. Okay. So 8,750 are the prepaid expenses which were not due for this accounting year or this financial year. Okay. So we have to write those expenses 8,750 we have to deduct because those were not due for this year. Then for the time being it is an asset for us. Okay. So we'll make the two entries of this, right? In prepaid expense. So what? Advertisement expenses. To advertisement expenses. Okay, how much of advertisement expenses has been paid? 10,000, right? Out of that, how much were the prepaid expenses? 8,750. Okay, so how much of expenses were actually due for this year? That is rupees 1,250 only. Okay, remember like this. Then where to record this prepaid expenses? It is current asset for the time being. Okay, so we can record over here. Prepaid advertisement expenses. Okay, for the time being means till the accounting next account this accounting year is completed. 8,750. Okay, so these are the prepaid advertisement expenses. Next, salaries. Salaries. How much of rupees? Salaries of rupees 3,800. There is an adjustment. Okay, 3,800 will come to the inner side. Then rent rupees 1,500 adjustment. So we'll record it to the inner column. Then drawings. Amit Bhai and Narendra Bhai. Okay, how to write the drawings? After adding the profit to them, net profit to them. Okay, we will write the drawings of them. Okay, for the time being we have to remember. Then furniture asset, furniture. There is an adjustment, right? On factory building also there was an adjustment. Okay, so we'll write leave two line and here we will write furniture. Okay, on furniture also there is an adjustment. Furniture of rupees 1,95,800. Okay, furniture of rupees 1,95,800. Then bills receivable, current asset. Bills receivable of amount 20,700. Freehold property. Freehold property current asset rupees 41,000. 41,000. Okay. Next. So far we have completed the debit side of the trial balance except for the drawings. Okay. Then or we can just record here capital. Whose capital? Partners capital. Okay, who are the partners? First is Amit Bhai. Okay, see Amit Bhai, here we are not preparing separate partners capital account and current account because here we are following fluctuating capital method. So we will write in the partners balance sheet itself. Okay, at the liability side, Amit Bhai's capital was rupees 3,50,000. Okay, then we will add net profit. We leave one line for this. Then the addition will come over here. Okay, then this drawings. Okay, drawings of Amit Bhai were Amit Bhai's drawings of Amit Bhai, rupees 2,400. 2,400. Okay, then similarly for Narendra Bhai. Narendra Bhai. Okay, how much is the capital of Narendra Bhai? Rupees 3 lakh. Okay, capital of Narendra Bhai is rupees 3 lakh. 3 lakh. Then add net profit. Okay, and less drawings. Okay, how much are the drawings of Narendra Bhai? 3,200. Okay, then we have completed capital and drawing. Then sales trading account credit side rupees 1,80,000. Okay, then there is only one adjustment against sales, so we can close it, right? We can calculate the total amount. Okay, so 1,80,000 with the sales, less returns are 2,200. So it is 1,77,800, right? 1,77,800. Okay, so this is the value of sales. Then bills payable liability, current liability, how much is the amount? 8,500. Bills payable, current liability, bills payable, rupees 8,500. Then discount, it is the discount on the credit side, so it is the discount received, rupees 1,200. Profit and loss account, credit side, by discount. Okay, it is the discount received, rupees 1,200. Okay, then next, creditors liability 38,500. Creditors, current liability, creditors 38,500. There is no any adjustments again. Creditors. Okay, next, RDD. RDD will go to the profit and loss account debit side formula. Old RDD, so it will get deducted from the bad debts. Okay, how much it is? Rupees 2,700. Okay, we will deduct here less old RDD, rupees 2,700. 2,700. Okay, next, bank loan liability rupees 15,000. Okay, so bank loan is a long term liability. Bank loan rupees 15,000. And the last, purchase return, you have to deduct from purchase rupees 2000. Purchase less returns rupees 2000. So how much is the amount of purchase minus returns? It is rupees 83,500, right? Very easy. 85,500 minus 2 is equal to 83,500. Okay. See, there was no any extra adjustment. Okay. Then let's move to the external adjustments. Stock on hand on 31st March 2019 was valued at rupees 43,000. So trading account credit side rupees 43,000. Similarly, it will go to current asset, right? Closing stock of rupees 43,000. Then uninsured goods, two entries we have finished. Uninsured goods worth rupees 8,000 were stolen. So trading account credit side, what to write? Trading account credit side. By goods loss by theft. By goods lost by theft. Okay, rupees 8,000. 8,000. Okay, there was no any adjustment against closing stock, so we'll write over here. Okay, 8,000, and that is a loss, so we'll record it to the profit and loss account debit side. To loss by theft, to goods loss by theft. How much of rupees? 8,000. Okay, next. I'm being a little bit slow so that you can also write along with me. Okay. Then create RDD at 2% on sundry debtors. Okay. But see, what is the rule? This percentage RDD should be calculated after doing all the adjustment on the sundry debtors. Okay. This is the rule. So we will calculate this RDD later on. Okay. For the time being, we have to remember that we haven't finished this adjustment. Okay. Next. Mr. Patil, our customer, became insolvent and could not pay his debt of rupees 500. So this is the new bad debts which will get added to the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, in the formula. How much of rupees? Mr. Patil is rupees 500. And to the bad debts we will add new bad debts, right? Those are the new bad debts, rupees 500. Okay, similarly, that much amount we will deduct from sundry debtors. Okay, sundry debtors list new bad debts. Okay, how much of they are? Rupees 500. Okay, so 28,700 minus 500 is equal to 28,200. Okay, 28,200. So two recordings of this we have done, Mr. Patil. Okay, then same we have added it to the profit and loss account debit side, and we have deducted from the sundry debtors at the asset side. Then outstanding expenses, rent rupees 800 and salaries rupees 300. Outstanding expenses, salaries rupees 300. Add outstanding. Okay, outstanding salaries rupees 300. So 3,800 plus 300 is equal to 4,100. 4,100. You have to do it. Okay. Do the calculation. Outstanding total salary is 4,100. Similarly, rent is rupees, outstanding rent is rupees 800. Okay. Add outstanding rupees 800. So 1,500 plus 800 is equal to rupees 2,300. Okay. Rupees 2,300. Okay. Then this outstanding rent and salary is a liability, current liability. Okay. So we have to record over here. Current liabilities, outstanding expenses, what it is, rent and salary. Rent is rupees 800, we'll write it in the inner column, and salaries are rupees 300. So 800 plus 300 is equal to 1,100. Okay, 1,100. Next. Depreciate factory building. Okay, but we have still to do it. We remember it. Depreciate factory building by rupees 2,500. Very easy. Factory building less depreciation. How much it is? Rupees 2,500. So 75,000 minus 2,500 is equal to 72,500, right? Okay. And furniture by 1,800. Furniture less depreciation rupees 1,800. So 1,95,800 minus 1,800 is equal to rupees. You can calculate along with me. 1,94,000. Okay, simple. So we have to record this depreciation to the profit and loss account debit side. Factory building 2,500 and furniture 1,800 to depreciation. Okay. Factory building, in short we can write PLDG. Factory building. Factory building it is 2,500. We write it in the inner column. And furniture rupees 1,800. So 2,500 plus 1,800 is equal to rupees 4,300. Okay, simple calculation. So two entries we have passed for this depreciation. Now this is remain adjustment number 3, that is RDD at 2% on sundry debtors. Why percentage RDD is calculated after doing all the adjustments on sundry debtors, after doing all other adjustment on sundry debtors. So now let's see how much sundry debtors are remained. Sundry debtors. Remaining sundry debtors are rupees 28,200. Okay. So we have to provide new RDD. List new RDD at how much percent? 2%. 2%. Okay. So 28,200. 2% of rupees 28,200. How to calculate? Simple. 28,200 into 1% is 2,820, right? 1% is 282, right? 1%, not 10%. Okay, you already is 2%. So 1% is 282. Then 2% is equal to 282 into 2, double, right? So 282 into 2, it is rupees 564. Okay, so what is the total real sundry debtors, final sundry debtors? It is 28,200 minus 564. Calculate along with me. It is 27,636. Okay, so this is the final value of the debtors. Okay, but we have to pass its second recording, second adjustment entry, right? New RDD. Okay, this is the RDD given against adjustment, so we have to add it, okay, to the profit and loss account debit side as per the formula. Here we were profit to bad debts, add new bad debts, add new RDD. Okay, at 2%. You can write if you want. Okay, how much it was? Rupees 564. Okay, so what is the total of this 500 plus 500 plus 564? It is 1564, right? It is 1564. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to deduct rupees 2700 from rupees 1564. Okay, now let's see how much it remains. 1564 minus rupees 2600 is equal to 1136. Okay, see, but it is a minus amount, right? Why? This is the bigger amount and this is the smaller amount, so it is a minus amount. Okay, so what to do for the minus amount? See, there are two ways to record this minus RDD. See the final RDD is rupees 1 minus 1136. Okay, there are two ways to record this. What you can do? See, this is the minus amount, so simply you can put a bracket against it, right? You can put a bracket. Okay, after putting the bracket, computer turns it into minus itself. Okay, but how to write it? You have to put a bracket for to show that it is an minus amount. Okay, you have to write like this 1136. Okay, ignore that computer converts automatically into minus. What is the second way? The second way is that, okay, instead of doing this, the second way is that simply what to do? You can write over here, okay, like this, minus transfer to profit and loss account. Why? This is a see, this is a minus amount, means this is the amount of credit side. See how we come to how we can say this is the amount of credit side. See, when there are actual purchase returns. Okay, purchase or returns are given only on the credit side, and what do? We deduct them or write minus of that amount on the debit side. The item which is actually of the credit side, we write it in the minus in the debit side for the purchase return. The second example is of RDD. See, when the RDD is given on the credit side, we do minus of it, right? On the old RDD, we do minus of it on the debit side. See, it means whenever it is coming as a minus balance, it is actually of the credit side balance. Okay, so you can transfer it to the profit and loss account credit side also. Okay, you can transfer it to the profit and loss account credit side. Okay, so what you have to do? This will come. Okay, instead of this, this will come 1136. Okay, 1564 minus 1136. Then you have to transfer it, right? Transfer it means you have to deduct it again. 1136. Okay, so the balance will come 0. 1136 minus 1136, the balance will come 0. And this 1136 you have to write to the credit side of profit and loss account. That is by RDD account, that is balance. Okay, here you can show it as a positive value. Okay, because positive value you deduct it to the debit side, right? So when its balance is coming as a minus balance, it is actually the amount on the credit side of the profit and loss account. Okay, So you can either do this or do this. Okay, that's why I have shown in this color. When it is coming as the minus, you can put a bracket and write it in the same side, or you can cancel the transaction. You can transfer it to the other side, to the credit side, and you can write like this: by added account balance, it is 1136. Okay, any of the way you have to use. Okay, but I have just shown you the two ways of recording minus RDD. Okay, now what we will do? I will rub it out because we have to follow only one way. But remember this forever. Remember this always. Okay. We'll write like this while calculating. We remember. Okay, that we have to deduct this. Then we have finished, right? We have finished doing everything. We have finished posting. Then let's do the calculation. On the credit side of trading account, it is we have to do the addition. It is rupees 2,28,800. Okay, 2,28,800. Similar total we write over here. Total 2,28,800. Okay, so we'll calculate the total of these amounts over here. Okay, calculate the total of these amounts over here. It is 83,500, 1,800, and 12,000. Okay, this much only. It is whatever it is amount, we have to deduct it. Okay, from this 2,28,000. So we'll deduct from this the addition of this amount. So our gross profit is rupees 1,31,500. Okay, this is our gross profit. So we'll carry this gross profit over here. By gross profit brought down 1,31,500. Okay, so we'll do the total of profit and loss account credit side. Okay, so we'll do the total over here. It is rupees 1,34,700. Okay, 1,34,700. Okay, so we'll calculate the net profit. For that, what to do? Same, 1,34,700. Okay, then we will calculate the total of this side. It is 22,614. Okay, so how to calculate the net profit? To net profit, or you simply write net profit transferred to partners capital account. Okay, net profit which will be transferred to partners capital account. It is rupees. What to do? We have to deduct that value from the final total. Okay, it is rupees 1,12,086. 1,12,086. Okay, and how to distribute it? See, it is to be distributed between Amit Bhai and Narendra Bhai in equal ratio, means 1:1. So, it will transfer it to Amit Bhai. Okay, Amit Bhai capital account, Amit Bhai and Narendra Bhai. Okay, in the equal ratio. So 1,12,086 divided by 2, it comes rupees 56,043 rupees 50 paisa, right? So what we will do? So no 56,043 rupees. Okay, so we will give the same amount to both of them, 56,043 rupees. 56,043. Okay, and we'll add this net profit to their capital account. Add net profit 56,043. Okay, same for both of them, 56,043. Okay, so the total of this is rupees 4,06,043. Okay, and here the total is rupees 3,56,043. Okay, from this we have to deduct this drawing. Okay, so 4,06,043 minus 2,400. Calculate along with me. It is 4,03,643. Okay, 4,03,643. Right. So this is the capital of Amit Bhai. Okay, for Narendra Bhai. How to calculate? From this total we have to deduct the drawings. Okay. Okay, so it becomes 3,52,843. 3,52,843. Okay, so this is the amount of capital of Narendra Bhai. Okay, now let's check with the tally whether our balance sheet is telling or no. Okay, so we have recorded the drawings also. No, we haven't. Yes, we recorded the drawings also. 2,400 and Amit Bhai 2,400, Narendra Bhai 3,200. Okay, now let's check whether any item has been left that we haven't taken it to the outer side. Okay, let's do the total. It is 8,19,586. 8,19,586. Now let's do the total of liability side. It must be same, should be same, and it is 8,19,000 and 8,19,586. Very good. It means our problem has been tallied. Okay, very good. I hope you have solved along with me. For that I solved it very slowly so that you should be along with me. Okay. See, working notes number have we written for the prepared advertisement expenses? Advertisement expenses. Working note number 2. Okay. Our problem is tallied. Very good. Now let's check whether our answer is tallying with the answer given in the book. Yes. Our gross profit was rupees 1,31,500, and here it is the same as given in the solution in the book. Net profit was rupees 1,12,186. Here again it is same, and our balance sheet is also telling with the amount of 8,19,586. It means we have solved the problem perfectly, right? Because our answers are telling or matching with the answers given in the book. Very good. Now let's move to our quiz of this day. Okay, quiz of day 13. If uninsured goods are lost in flood, okay, remember the word uninsured goods are lost in flood, then where the goods would be recorded? would be recorded to would be debited to trading account, would be credited to trading account, would be debited to profit and loss account, would be recorded at current assets, or is it both B and C, that is debited to trading account, credited to trading account and debited to profit and loss account. Okay, 5 options has been given and you have to give the correct answer. I have already explained you. What we will learn in our next lecture? Next lecture we will learn, that is illustration number 6, which is given on from page number 37 to 39. Okay, of Shreyas and Mrunal. And one more thing, that we are moving towards practical problems, right? Why we are moving to the practical problems? Because as we have covered 6 illustrations, so we have gone at least up to we have already covered 50% of adjustments, right? It is very advisable to complete illustrations first, so you will come across the different types of adjustments, right? Varieties of adjustments. Then it would be easy to go towards the practical problems. So next practical problem that we will see, that is practical problem number 2, which is given on page number 55 to 56, which is of Mr. Mitesh and Mangesh. Okay, so as usual you are expected to read the problem number 2 as well as illustration number 6. You have to make the columns and you should be ready to solve it along with me. Okay, thank you. Stay home, stay safe.